Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maddie and welcome to my world. For today's video, it is going to be a nursery tour. So if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Maddie. I am 21. I share my life on YouTube and I am currently pregnant and I am due in March. I am due March 12th. And I am going to be having a baby girl. Cannot wait. I will give you guys a bump date before we begin. Overall, I will say that I am just feeling really excited. I'm at a point in my pregnancy where I'm just like, can she be here yet? Like, I want to see her. I want to hold her. We've gotten ultrasounds over time, but something I learned from being pregnant is you don't see your child often. I thought that you saw them at every appointment, but you don't unless you are high risk. So I haven't seen her, and I did not get a 3D or 4D ultrasound due to the fact that they're out of pocket and they're really expensive, at least for me. So yeah, we did pick out her name when we found it was a girl. Her name is going to be Lenora. If you watched my baby shower video, that is when I did the reveal on social media, but we've known the whole once we found out it was a girl, that name just clicked. I already have one child that causes havoc. He just dragged that out of the bathroom. That's my towel. What are you doing? And I have two more children that cause havoc, which is ferrets. But that is it. So her nursery is right here. This is our room. This is her room. She will be sleeping in our room for the beginning. I do have a bedside bassinet. But I wanted to give you guys a tour of her nursery because I love it. Even though this is not our forever home, this is an apartment and we're only staying here until literally July, I still wanted to do something. I will put a little disclaimer. It is a bit crazy and messy in there due to the fact that we live in a 2-bedroom apartment. We do have quite some stuff for her and we do not have the organization down, but hopefully with time we will get there. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before I show you guys the nursery, as I said, I wanted to give you guys a bump date. So here it is. This is the current bump. As I am recording this, I am 33 weeks and 5 days. I would be 34 weeks this week. And I'm feeling it. She's been moving so much. Crazy, elbowing me, rolling around, but I love it. It's such a weird feeling, but such an amazing feeling at the same time, and I could not be more grateful. So here's her doorway, and as we walk in, we can see the whole entire nursery. As I said, it is a bit crazy and hectic in here, but we're just gonna ignore that, guys, okay? We're human, and this is the best organization we came up with for the moment. Starting off, we have her crib. We did put some decorations. We want her nursery to be like woodland / forest themed. Here is her car seat. The reason it's in here is because my cat is crazy and I don't want him to lay in this. But we have her sheets in here. This is her diaper bag. My stuff fits in the front 2 pockets, and then I put a whole bunch of stuff in there for her just so it's ready. And then we have some stuffed animals over there. But yeah, this is her crib. I love this little blanket quilt thing. Then when you turn, there's a bunch of like kitchen stuff that we need to organize still. We just don't really have room for it right now. And then these are wipes. Then when you come over here, this is her dresser. I found this dresser off of Facebook Marketplace for $50. I'm in love with it because it kind of can grow with her. It's not just for a baby. Everything is in here that needs to be in here clothes wise, but this drawer specifically is all of the washed newborn clothes that she will have when she comes home, and then it kind of goes down from there and it goes like up in size, and I didn't wash all those yet. I do have a VCR player for her. That this was my Nana's, and a lot of those VHS and tapes and whatever, those were mine. So yeah, this is a little hectic. We do have some ladybugs to put up still. We have some put up, but not all of them. These are diapers. These are newborn and ones. We have more ones in the closet, and We have a lot of diapers, and I'm so thankful because they're so expensive. I mean, like, we have some play mats and stuff here that we will eventually use, of course, but we haven't yet because she's not here. And I think once she's here too, it will really help with the decluttering. Then we have this little seat. I don't know what you would call it. My brain's malfunctioning, but that she can sit in, and it does rock a little bit. And then we have her closet. As I said, guys, we have a lot of diapers, but I hung up some really cute clothes here for her in all different sizes, really. 0 to 6 months, I believe, is what's in there. And then we have a lot of hangers, but this is her cute little closet. On the back of her door, we do have this for organization. There's just nothing in it yet because I didn't want to open like the diapers and stuff since we don't use it at the moment. But yeah, that is her nursery. As I said, you know, we are limited on space, so it is small. There really, I guess, isn't too crazy of stuff in there, but I'm really excited to welcome her home just in a month or so. I have 6 weeks left, which is genuinely insane. Talk about pregnancy for a minute. Since my pregnancy is almost over, I could technically make like a detailed video talking about like each trimester and how it was. But at the same time, I really do feel like there's only so much I can say and there's not too much to say. So I thought that in this video, I also would give you guys a little like update on how pregnancy has been for me throughout my whole time, since I do only have 6 weeks left. So I did find out, if you guys are new here, I will just reiterate. I did find out that I was pregnant in July of 2025. The reason that I wanted to take a test in the first place was because I kept having dreams, and every single night in my dream, randomly, I would take a pregnancy test. And that was one of the factors. The other factor was that I just felt different. Like, and I don't really know how to explain that, but my body just felt different. And I just kind of felt like I could possibly be pregnant, but at the same time I was like, that would also kind of be impossible, so I'm not really sure. And here we are 9 months almost later. I did turn out to be pregnant, and I personally did not really struggle with throwing up. However, I did have all day sickness from 6 weeks to about 13 weeks, I want to say, which was not for me. I have emetophobia. I am terrified of throwing up, and was not the most fun experience, but it's over, thank the Lord. Second trimester was pretty okay as well. However, toward the end of my first trimester, the beginning of the second, I did get a really bad head cold, and I genuinely thought I was gonna pass away. Like, I have never felt so sick in my life. And the worst thing about pregnancy, if you get sick like that, is you cannot take normal medication that you would typically take for colds. You cannot take ibuprofen. You cannot take most cold and flu medications. There are specific things you can take, but it's basically like, not much. You don't want to harm your baby. So unfortunately, I did have a cold, and that was honestly probably one of the worst parts of my pregnancy and second trimester. And honestly, throughout my whole pregnancy, I have been experiencing something that is not ideal or fun, which is tachycardia. I've been having a lot of pot-like symptoms, which I had very lightly before getting pregnant, but ever since being pregnant, they definitely have increased. So I kind of just wear compression socks, try and drink as much water. But that's all I can really do. I do plan to get tested for POTS after pregnancy. I already see a cardiologist, and she said that, like, unfortunately, because I am pregnant, we cannot test for that now. So, with that, hopefully once I'm not pregnant anymore, it'll be a lot easier. And then I had my anatomy scan at 20 weeks. Everything was great. Baby girl was great. This whole pregnancy, she's been measuring like slightly behind, as in like 5 days to a week behind. So I did at the end of November, like, go every other week just to make sure she was good. And she is good. Really, the only reason they think that she is small is because I was a small baby and my boyfriend was a small baby. We were both 6 pounds. I don't know the ounces when we were born, so they kind of just assume the same for her, that she will be 5 to 6 pounds when born. I will say another hardship in my pregnancy that I personally experienced was the glucose test. Now, not the test itself. A lot of people like to be like, oh my God, the test is so scary, it's horrible. I did not, for someone who also was terrified of getting my blood drawn, did not actually have a horrible time drinking the drink and having my blood drawn, but my results were on the border of failing. I got a 140, so my doctors / OB / midwives, I don't know what you want to call them, they wanted me to prick my finger for 2 weeks. And that was very, very difficult for me because I personally struggle with watching what I eat. If I watch what I eat, I unfortunately become obsessed with it, and it's just not good for me or my mental health. And that is exactly what happened because I had to, keep track of my sugar and this and that. And it was really hard, but thankfully I passed. I have no issues, and we're all good. And I've just been in the 3rd trimester. I really haven't experienced any differences. I started feeling her move around 18 weeks, and I've been feeling her move consistently since then. Obviously, with time, it becoming stronger and stronger. She literally will roll my whole entire stomach. I have a video, and I can put it on the screen so that you can see her like getting crazy. But yeah, that has been my pregnancy so far. Obviously, I feel every pregnancy has their ups and downs. Pregnancy is different for everybody, and even every pregnancy is different regardless if you've had kids or not. So if I do end up having another kid down the road, the pregnancy can be 110% different than it was with my first pregnancy. And that's the crazy thing about pregnancy. A lot of people hate pregnancy. I personally wouldn't say that I hate being pregnant. I am an impatient person, and so having to wait 9, basically 10 months to see my daughter, I think is honestly one of the hardest things for me. And as I said earlier in the video, I'm just at a point in my pregnancy where I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to meet her already. Like, I just want her to be here already. I do have back pain, and it does suck to get up and walk around. I have a hard time walking around the grocery store and stuff like that. So, but that's been the whole entire time thing because of my tachycardia. But yeah, that is just like my pregnancy journey summed up. Obviously, I haven't given birth yet and all of that, so I don't really know how that will go. But overall, I would rate like pregnancy a 7 out of 10 in total so far. It hasn't been the worst thing that I've experienced, to be honest. And I'm really excited, and my boyfriend's really excited to meet our baby girl literally just so soon. If you guys did watch my last video, I don't have an update yet, but my cat is crazy right now, I'm so sorry. I went to the doctor, and sadly, baby girl was not the right way. Her head was up, right up in here. So I really hope she does flip. If not, we'll have to just do what we can, and I may have to get a C-section, but you know what? I will keep you guys updated. I do plan on making a birth vlog, because I want to document that for myself, and it's just a beautiful experience. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.